It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the Buccaneers and the Broncos coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Power Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL. Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now here's Baldwin. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now left side on the swing pass. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On third down, Bridgewater. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. So the Bucs now in great shape to begin their initial possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Off-play action. Callahan. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on third down, Callahan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Draymond Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Let's go. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Callahan. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 6 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's a very nice game there. Confidence building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now it's Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense for the Broncos, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Callahan. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Callahan. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now here's Baldwin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Running on first down, Eckler. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 129 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, this is Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And down inside the 15 he goes. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Looking to throw. Callahan. They complete it to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Shifts by him, and he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the 1st down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On 1st and 10, Callahan. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Swift. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Callahan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Here's Bridgewater. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, it's Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. Now Eckler. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing on 1st down. Callahan. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Callahan. He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Flushed out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense. That's not good enough, man.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points up.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Javon Hargrave. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. Jared Goff leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll visit the other team in Texas as we head down I-45 to check on the Texans at home in Houston. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Deshaun Watson, a touchdown pass in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Callahan. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Callahan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw. Callahan. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Let's go!
We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Callahan. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. To throw on 2nd down, Callahan. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, Callahan looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Swift. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Callahan. Flush to his right. Open space inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Now here's Baldwin.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Denver's offense now set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They're going to look to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. From the gun on 3rd down, Callahan escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Throwing on first down. Callahan. Over the middle, complete. It's Hampton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. On second down now, Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On first down, Callahan. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Back to throw. Callahan. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain of 12. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Looking to throw on second down. Callahan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Bridgewater now. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, for Jerry Jeudy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
To throw on second down, Callahan.
We play to win. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Callahan. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. On third down, Callahan. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hampton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards to pick up there. On second down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. From the gun on third down, Callahan. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pass there complete to Sutton. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give running left is Eckler. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Once more, here's Eckler.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He completes this to Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Bridgewater. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Here's Bridgewater. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. To the right side, complete to Miller. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. Now Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Bridgewater to throw.
Throws to the sideline here, complete to Judy.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. On the give, this is Eckler, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Flushed out right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st, as he can only make it to the 11. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On is the punt team now, as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off around the 27.
And the Bucs are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one.